and it is exciting. Something a bit less exciting.
Yeah, you know, Straight I wanted to ask you your thoughts. I'm looking at the top, see that little 3-0 against which team is that? Is that Gamers 2?
Look,
Gamers 2, oh my god!
honestly,
You know what? It is actually
honestly, I wish.
Is that Gamers 2?
Look, look,
Gamers 2, oh my god!
honestly,
You know what? It is actually
honestly, I wish.
Is that Gamers 2?
Look, look,
Gamers 2, oh my god!
honestly,
You know what? It is actually
honestly, I wish.
Is that Gamers 2?
Look, look,
Gamers 2, oh my god!
honestly,
You know what? It is actually
honestly, I wish.
Is that Gamers 2?
Look, look,
Gamers 2, oh my god!
honestly,
You know what? It is actually
honestly.
There we are. I think that should be right. Looks like it's fine. this. Make sure it's on high quality. All right. Should be chilling. I think I should just be able to yap now. I like bounce back and forth between here and maybe Twitter. Inspired vs. Jhin is a cool jungle matchup, to be honest. I don't know what Jhin has to do to get some more recognition, but this guy is just kind of the GOAT. He's kind of the GOAT, is what it is. I do wonder, now that Lyon's actually playing against an Asian team, if they will be busting out something new. This tends to be, at least for Inspired, something that he likes to do, is he's one of the players that's very big on hiding picks for internationals and for big games. So I expect we'll see something, at least one game from Inspired here. So I'm curious to see what that might be. Maybe we'll see the Nunu again, but he's played it, I think, a handful of times now since the Gen G series. And I think only the Gen G series that actually went well. So I don't know if we'll end up seeing it this time around. This might sound crazy to say, but I actually think I think Saint's gonna get less gapped by Knight than Caps got gapped by Zeka. Personally. Turn nameplates off. That's a good strat, Inspired. Yeah. Turning nameplates off would probably help stay cool. I imagine Lyon isn't a team that would actually end up being that nervous at an international. Like, not only do you have Inspired, Dokla seems like a very confident guy. Maybe Saint might have some nerves, but Berserker literally played in LCK at this point. So I don't think I'm not expecting him to have that much nerves versus international teams. He's also played international before. Maybe Isles would, but he doesn't really seem like the type of person to be all that nervous either. The only one that I don't really know about is Saint. But I think other than that, I can't see any of the members of Lyon actually being all that nervous. We'll see what happens, though. Oh, I want to get the draft. I want to get the draft so bad, actually. Yeah. I mean, that is like just one of the best strengths of BLG, right? Is you just have really good laners, like some of the best laners. Like Ben is just top laner in the world at this point, and then Knight is probably just making a case for him just being the best mid laner currently. Maybe Zeka. I think Zeka's also been really insane, but really it's like those two that have been standing out. I mean, Fager's been like fine. BDD, it just I don't know. He's always really good these days, but I think Zeka and Knight are really making a good showing this split. And Viper's obviously super reliable. On still has that, that guy's super Chinese, so he's still got that int in him. But I don't, they're still good in lane. They're warming up. First game, it'll be fun. That's just literally how Lyon wins games. Like I think people are, we're too worried about that Furia series. This is just how Lyon wins games. That's just what it looks like. They go down forever, play a super neutral game, and then, win later. That strat hasn't worked for NA for the most part against Eastern teams in the past, so I'm not hugely expecting it to come around this time. But I'm just saying that I don't think the Furia series is going to affect my judgment here too much. Be right back. I should make sure before the game goes. That didn't make any sense. All right, getting into it. They're playing the little pre-show again. Yeah. Do we also have T1 Furia tonight? Actually, don't remember. Is that the other game? I don't think that'll be very interesting. Maybe I'll stick around for it. Yeah, we have T1 Furia tonight. We'll vibe it out. It is a T1 game. Furia really is a team that has some fight in them. So maybe we'll check it out. I don't think it's gonna happen for now. Draft. Finally meet on home soil. Come on. Put me in the draft. Are they going to do a walkout first? Oh, they're not even on the stage yet. Ah. Oh, there we go. There we go. I saw the tweet of Viper showing Berserker his signature pose. I thought that was so cool because I love Berserker so much. He's one of my favorite AD carry players, and Viper is probably my favorite AD carry player. It's just both my favorite AD carries, pretty much. Just hanging out next to each other was so cool. Viper versus Berserker. It's only hype for me. Nobody rates Berserker as much as I do, but I love him. I think he's so good. I'm really hyped for the bot lane. Although I do think on gaps Isles by like a lot. I would love to see Berserker with a better support, to be honest. I mean, Isles is really, come up over time. It's a lot better than it used to be. But still, it's like relative to the rest of the support pool, like Berserker's never had a great support. Like he had Life in LCK. It's like, come on. We can't get him better than Life. I mean, it's just kind of sad. And then he also played with Isles and LCS on Cloud9, and he played with Winston a little bit, and then he played with Sven. Like, and Sven wasn't bad, to be fair. I think he was actually pretty solid on support. But that's like the best he ever got. Yeah, by a lot. I mean, no other organization. I mean, I guess Samsung technically has two, but I mean, no other org even has multiple world titles. It's just them. Finally, we're in draft. Ugh. Nocturne, Poppy, no Ori bans yet. I bet both mid laners are willing to play the Akali into the Ori here, to be honest. Nocturne and Vi out. It's interesting to hit Inspire champ pool, especially with those specific AD junglers. Nocturne makes some amount of sense because there's good combos. I don't feel like Viper's the type of player that would look for an early Xayah pick. Sigsban's interesting. Okay, there's the Orianna. I mean, because if you don't ban the Orianna on BLG side, then they're just going to ban the Akali 3, and then you're going to have to play something terrible into the Ori. It is what it is. They already banned the Ziggs too, so there's like no artillery mage that anyone plays up. Cassio out. I don't want to see a first pick Jarvan, but we might see a first pick Jarvan. Wukong's still here. I think Inspired's really happy to take Wukong. Is he first pick Jace? I don't think Dokla cares about being first picking Jace at all, to be honest. Maybe he doesn't have a counter matchup to it, but he'll just play the Scion side of the matchup. Like, I feel like he doesn't really care all that much. I don't think Jhin will ever take it. Take the Leaf for Inspired. That's fine enough. I know Saint likes Ari. First pick Jace just seems weird to me. I don't like it very much. What are we pairing with our Lee Sin here? I actually have no idea. Okay, so they don't pick the Scion, they pick Cassante as a tank instead. So, same thing, I guess, but the lane's probably a bit better. There's not like the Serpent's Fang tech, I guess, into the Cassante as much. So they look for Rise. What does Saint go? Cass is out. I haven't seen Saint opt into the Anivia that frequently, but I think he has played the matchup. I think that'd be typically what people go, unless he just wants to play the Ari or the LeBlanc or something. But I kind of don't like it as much as just picking Anivia here. I think Anivia's pretty good into their comp at the moment. I don't think they're picking. I mean, they're really hovering this Camille. But Ziggs is okay, so they're still going the Camille. We did see Viper pick the Vel'Koz, but now it's open to get banned. Alright, so the Shen counter. This is the Shen support to counter the Camille. So they're counterpicked support, and Reignover can ban the Vel'Koz here from Viper. So what is Viper planning on playing? Maybe he'll pick up the Seraphine? Maybe they'll flex the Camille top and put the Jace jungle? Or they think maybe Lyon's not scared enough of the Vel'Koz to ban it? So they think Ezreal Camille. Was that a pairing people were doing with Camille? I guess it's, kind of similar to Ziggs. Syndra out. I don't think Saint really cares. I think he's like worst case scenario gonna pick Ari. Do they want to see Vel'Koz? I mean, they have pretty okay champs. I mean, like Lee Sin can kind of dive a Vel'Koz, and if they want Ari, like that's also good into a Vel'Koz. They ban Skarner. I actually have no idea about the Skarner ban or why this is happening here. I mean, Jun's very good at it. I actually like that LPL plays a good chunk of Skarner because I think the champion's very good, especially among tank junglers. But I don't know why, particularly here, they wouldn't want to play into it. Maybe it's just too losing for Lee Sin. I don't know jungle matchups very well. Alright, so Annie is out here too. That is something else that Saint would normally play here. But Saint just has so many options that he's willing to play. Annie is pretty nice. I think Annie is better than the Syndra ban because of the engage that they were going to be provided by the Annie. But again, are they not just going to pick something like Ari here and be totally happy into pretty much anything you pick? Talia's fine too. But like we did make the Vel'Koz angle a lot better by picking a Talia here. Right. I totally forgot Mel was still up for the Camille as well. It's actually even better than the Vel'Koz. Although it's not quite as good into Talia. It doesn't outrange by as much, but it's still good. And then Jarvan. Yeah, I don't love Jarvan in a lot of games, to be honest. I do prefer it over the forcing Vi permanently, but I just don't love it in this game. It's not even that good into Lee Sin, is it? I feel like there's must have been something better we could pick. Tristana. So I think the idea behind this like Tristana into these mage lanes, pretty much what we saw Team Liquid do is like you just pick something that wins the all in extra hard. Like generally 80 carry is gonna win an all in versus a mage anyways. But like Tristana can just jump on top of you and force the trade. Before they were playing it with the Rel, this time they're playing it with the Shen, which doesn't have as good engage, but it does have the benefit of being the counter to Camille. I actually wonder if I prefer the Rel actually in the matchup. I think it's a really cool pick because it breaks the shields and it indexes into that full engage style. So I wonder if it's even better than the Rel, but it should be fine. It's just not as easy to get on top of Mel with a Shen. But you might be able to just trade onto On. I guess we'll see what happens. I think we're pretty happy with our lanes, to be honest. But I don't love our comp. I think our comp is just really disjointed. Alright, let's try to do this right. Ooh, they're already out. Alright, so what do I do when they're already out? Let's edit the split. Make the start time like 1 minute. Oh, that's 1 second. Isn't it? Oh, no. But I didn't figure out this timer nonsense. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer at 2 minutes. It's not 2 minutes, I was just testing it. A little bit right, it'll be fine. So I got Viper Flash for Isles Heal. E away. Alright. Game timer should be pretty okay, hopefully. We have been at the flash it. He's just dead to inspired here. Jungle Gap. Wait, there's the all in, but they do it onto. Ooh, is that good? I think Berserker just kills everybody, right? Viper's got nothing. I think he should have saved jump. He didn't flash either. Ah, Berserker trolled. He didn't flash. What is that, man? It was completely winning for Lyon. Literally, Berserker even could do that jump that he did. He just had to flash the E. That's it. I don't love the jump there. Like, I think you should hold it for a little bit. But he just flashes this ability. Like, it's so slow, too. He just doesn't think he's dead, I guess, and wants to save the sum. But he greets a summon there, and then he gets an extra kill of Viper. Jhen invading onto Inspired. Alright, it's complete fist fight at blue. It's we're LPLing. Oh. That flag for the blue was actually the most tragic thing. I think he got it, right? Did he not get it? Oh, no. Actually, he would have already had his blue. Yeah. No, Inspired got it. My bad. That alternator is a bit scary. I've been playing a decent chunk of like Mel and Nivea bot lane with a friend of mine, and I found that Mel kind of one-shots the world, especially once you get a little bit of AP, you just die in 2 rotations. So, okay. But you're still going to win the all-ins. Nice. They're both dead. Very good from Lyon. Very nice. They're just not respecting the fact that Tristana's just going to jump on you and kill you, like, at all. Like, Berserker even messed up the first... He could literally be 4-0 right now. It's actually a big brain play from Berserker to int the play with his flash the first time, so now he gets the shutdown on Viper and saves his flash still. This guy's so intelligent at the video game. Yeah, that's what happens to me. How does Dokla... Oh, because Knight's CPing in. I was like, how does Dokla lose his flash here? I think... Ooh, the nice from Knight. Very clean. Is this guy dead? I think Jin's dead. Tower ramping's insane. Alright, Saint and Inspired are here. Bin's still no flash, but the 3v3 is not that winning. Knight's very strong. He has his red pot popped. Nice base stop there. Yeah, I was trying to say about the bot lane before, it's still going to take like 2 rotations for Viper to kill Berserker. So if they throw out their abilities, even if they land, you're not that winning yet. A part of it too was On's abilities went to Isles and Viper's went on to Berserker, so then there's no hope for them. I mean, Mel doesn't have to be fed to do that. Saints, yes. Tristana being very safe. Bin is spinning. This guy has flash now. It's not that easy to kill him. Did he spot Lee? I don't think he did. Is he gonna get killed? I think he's dead. Okay. So the only thing that's risky about Inspired Wing there is, for one thing, Bin could potentially EM back into the tower if he's not careful. But Bin also has the ability to flash, and if he does it at the right timing with the Lee Sin kick, then they can get really screwed over in the play. So Inspired decides it's too risky, doesn't go for it. Viper hiding, I guess he just wants this wave. Probably is his last chapter. I wonder if bot laners are getting Dark Seal. I actually don't know. Internet hates me today, I guess. My stream's been, seems it's been fine, but occasionally YouTube's saying my bitrate's too low. Nice kick from Inspired. They do catch Dokla. Ooh, yeah, we're still going. We have Berserker. We can play it slow. We have Shen, not ult, though. Berserker's in. I don't think he's going to get his reset, though. They get out. They get everything for free. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but... My bitrate says it's good. At least on OBS. So, but YouTube's kind of scaring me. It always says my audio bitrate. Wonder why that is. Like, why would my audio bitrate be low, but my video bitrate is fine? I'm not sure. I think Lyon are laning much better than they were versus Furia. But I think it's, you know, I don't know exactly how to say it, but I think when you're laning against players like Furia, they're just, they lane very, very aggressively, and it creates very messy games, I think, and that's partially why Lyon, like, looked less consistent against them. Audio bitrate 0. I don't understand. But higher skill teams don't play with as much variance. And so you're seeing like a cleaner game, I guess. I do think they're also just playing a bit better. Yeah, he's just always the best anytime he shows up. And I don't know if I totally believe people when they say that he was he wasn't very good in LCK. Like his team was also, I mean, he was playing with Pyosik guys. Like that's tough. But then on top of that, I mean, LCK obviously just has the amount of active AD carries right now that would make up the a good portion of the top 10 AD carries of all time list is pretty sickening. So there's a lot of, stiff competition there. I feel like it's not that crazy for a player to just, come from that region and then be the best somewhere else. It's not like he's the worst in LCK, I don't think. We've seen tons of LCK imports and things like this, and just them not consistently be the best player in the region. He also, like, his mechanics always hold up despite spending tons of time in NA. I don't think anyone could do what Berserker does and show up to NA and consistently be the best player. I'm gonna close this. This is being weird. It's probably making the internet even worse. But I swear this should be fine. Every time I listen to my audio, it sounds fine too. Alright, I should lock in on the games. I just need to stop getting distracted by tech issues. First strike is not that early. It's gonna be a late soul if it gets there. Or a slightly late soul. Well, I'm not in love with the Lyon draft. It's definitely not bad. I mean, it's like pretty standard for pro. And I still think they have a much better front to back than BLG does. It's just that they have a really nice side laning and kind of pick tools on BLG. And it's like their comp, actually works together. At least in some ways. And I don't feel the same from Lyon comp. We do have Chenault. We do, but that doesn't need it. Ooh, nice taunt flash. Wow, we get the... Did we just flash for that kick too? Why are we flashing for net here? Did we need that? That was fine. I thought the Isles flash was good. I think the inspired flash might have been excessive. I think he might have even just been able to walk around him. I don't see what else this kill gets you besides the kill. So I just don't know if it's worth lacing flash. Good flash from On. Yeah. Only On saw it. Oh, he didn't quite get the W. I think it probably still dies. We don't have kickback up yet. Oh, we have Berserker though. Okay. We ended up using Flash and Channel there. Not the cleanest dive ever, but we did it done. We got it done. I have no Leaf Flash, no Cassante Flash for Drake. Channel will be up. It's a long cooldown, but they'll have it. Tristana's hitting the tower. Do they have grubs? They have 3 grubs. Tristana probably takes his tower. No one's coming. Yeah. Very nice. Was that first? Oh no, they had a tower top lane already. I was just dead. Gets completely one-tapped. It's much easier for BLG to get picks. They're having to commit a lot less for it. He couldn't quite get behind him. As Monomoon first from Bin, actually. I don't know if I've seen anyone do this recently. Maybe someone else did, and I just didn't notice. But I think most people, when they were playing the Scion, they were going the Serpent's Fang. Ooh, nice. I'm just dead. I don't know what that guy's doing. He just got under the turret and died. Big wave crashing. Can someone come collect this? We're just losing this? How are we just losing this turret? Like, this is 2 plates and a lot of this wave to lane assignments. Okay, well, it didn't quite go down, but it practically went down. No, it's fine. We're gonna have... Well, I was gonna say we're gonna have Shen ult, but we can't Shen ult Shen. It's not quite up yet. It's 10 seconds. I guess it was gonna go down to if they Herald this tower anyways. Yeah. Herald lol XD? $1K I don't think is going to end up being enough to mean anything for either team this game. Although I do think Lyon should be favored on this position on Drake. BLG look like they're just going to give it up. I think if Lyon get position on Drake and they can just... I mean, or even really play the neutral. I mean, the pokes and the Kunai is a little bit better for BLG, but as long as they don't have insane flanks, I think objective setups should be pretty hard for Lyon to throw. What? Is that how it makes a whole new wall? I didn't know that. What the frick? Wait, that's crazy. Wait, that's so cool. It makes a whole nother wall. But it didn't stop the first one from coming. So you just make a ton of terrain. That's so cool. Yeah, it gets the replay. That's so cool. It made an angle. That's right, big dokes. I'll say last time BLG lost North America, guess who was on that team? That was a big dokes team right there. It was a BL1 to be fair, but nonetheless. Ooh, you guys completely one-tapped. Well played, On. Well played. Is this good? I don't think this is ever anything, right? Ooh, nice, Dokla. Very nice. Very good pullback on the E there. I thought it was really weird at first when they were flash taunting on that Camille. I still don't think it's good for Lyon. Obviously, they lost gold lead. But they got something back. I just really dislike the timers on which we use our flashes, to be honest. But this time we just used Shen Flash, and we didn't use Lee Sin Flash too. You don't have to say it, man. You know, we know already, okay? We know there's a difference. Ono's the best bard in the LPL? Yeah, probably. It's not a very bard region, but yeah, it's probably on. I vaguely remember Mako having a good bard, but I haven't actually watched him play in a hot minute. I just don't follow the LPL as closely with Dom not co-streaming it. Cyclosword finished on Bin. It's quite the item, but they do have people that can tank Shock Blast, to be honest. Got him. Yeah, I hope we don't lose the game for this Drake. I don't think it's that important of a dragon overall. But they look like BLG right now is going to get pushed on the mid wave. They have the first vision set up in the Drake as well. So I think we're probably not going to be in a good position for it. Or they're going to choose to maybe use the leverage to take position on Baron. Either way, I don't want us to take a bad drag fight or to, lose the Baron for this dragon. BLG is prepped topside now, or at least most of their members are topside. So Lyon's getting position on the Drake. I think it's totally fine for them to take a fight. There's a ping on the Baron. Jace is pinging that. Okay, they're all moving top lane now. They're all pinging top. They're going on Dokla and they're going to look for a Baron play after they take him out. If Dokla makes a montage on Bin, okay, no. Bin's gonna die. He takes TP. I think they're gonna play on this Baron. They're pinging on the Baron right now. Lyon will get the Drake, but this Baron situation is gonna be tough. I mean, like, maybe Talia can poke them off of it. No, Talia's just running bot. They're pretty much just giving it. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. It's like, I don't want them to lose the Baron for this Drake, but they just end up doing it anyways. It's pretty bad for Dokla to end up dying on that timer, but to be fair, it's like a good play from BLG, but it was pretty textbook, so I'm a little sad that we got caught by it. Yeah, that's the other thing, is Baron hasn't been that big of a deal. I mean, especially not first Baron. No one's been able to get much off of it, and even off just taking the Baron, it's like they've got like just under a 1k gold lead. Like, for now, this Baron doesn't mean very much, and it's not going to be up for the next Drake to come. So, it's like, maybe it doesn't mean all that much, but it's not like the second Drake is going to mean all that much either. You're still going to have to take that third dragon and then live the following Baron play in order to make use of it. So I think I would have just preferred us not to lose the Baron. I think maybe we should have been thinking about being, like, leaning on the Baron side of the map, because it's so hard for them to actually walk in. Why is the map so pixelated? Plus we have a Tristana. I think our siege is generally pretty good on Lion side. Who knows? Saint almost rooted, but he's fine. So far, not much luck with the Baron. Just a little bit of gold. But, the farther the game goes on, the less something like a 1k gold lead is going to matter all that much. So, still nothing crazy off either objective being taken yet. We're down to 1 minute on Baron. Ooh, nice. Really nice pick. That's a shutdown too, really? You only need 1.5k gold lead to activate shutdowns? I wonder how much that shutdown was. I didn't see. Saint's still looking for Bin. Inspired. He has Flash. I don't think they're going to get him. They do get his Flash, which is nice. Cool. Wow, they're still going. I think they... Wow, they took them at the Shen. The Shen was fine. They'll have it. He's not level 11 yet, but I still think they'll have it for the Drake. That's a really huge pick. That completely repels the Baron. Is on dead. We have ult on, but Douglas here. Saint's here, but he's low on health and mana. Huh. Just turns into a pick on. I swear Camille's have been not looking all that great overall. Camille supports. He misses the Flash, and he does end up getting Saint Flash. But Jarvan Flash for Saint Flash is not really all that good or bad for either team. I think because you have Jarvan on your team, the Talia Flash can have a lot of value, but Jarvan Flash is usually worth a lot. So I don't think it's that good either way. Actualizer done for Rise. He's going to pump a lot of damage now, and they do have 3 melees. Let's see what Knight can do here. There are also 3 items on Jace. They're not quite 3 items on this Talia yet. She must be chilling with a good chunk of gold, though, because she's pretty much tied with Rise. She probably has items soon. The thing that's kind of disgusting about these Rise scaling items, same with Anivia, is they're just some of the cheapest items you can buy. So Saint's going for Rabadons. Actualizer's 2,800. Rod is 2,600. Seraphs is 29. They both have a Seraphs, but it's all his items are even cheaper than the Leandres and the Rabadons. So he's not going to have his item for this Drake, I don't think. Good poke on a Berserker, but he has a BT already. So he's just going to heal up off the wave. Wall's coming in. Can we get Knight? We got Knight's Flash. It's really huge, actually. And once again, we have position on Dragon. BLG are actually going to play it this time. I think we're fine. The shove misses. We're flipping. We have Lee Sin, so I think we win the flip. Nice. I think they can just leave now. I think it's too losing for BLG to just full send into Lyon. Especially with the amount of flashes Lyon still has up. They pretty much have all their key ones. They don't really, like I said, they don't really have to engage. I mean, it's not really a 50-50 Lee Sin into Jarvan. Lee Sin just smited the Drake from 1600. It was not even that much of a flip to just play for the Dragon, and then if BLG tries to overforce into you, yeah, you're down Talia Flash, so maybe they get your Talia fairly quick. She gets a rotation off, but it's not going to be that easy. But Letters is a little bit interesting. I wonder how well Mel applies it. Maybe her Q insta-stacks it or something. I'm not sure. Her E also does multiple ticks of damage, so maybe it's not even that much worse than having a Void or whatever. Plus it gives the HP. I'm pretty sure Lyon are just advantaged in this position. You see every time BLG walks up to a dragon, like how unplayable it looks. Most of the time, they haven't even been trying to play the objective. Maybe it'd be easier if they were forcing their way into the river sooner. I'm not sure, but for the moment, like Lyon's just taking position early, and then it looks way just too hard for BLG to actually play it. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think it's going to really come down to the soul fight. I doubt we're going to see a huge ace team fight. These teams are playing very, very controlled right now. Alright, so we're starting up Baron on Lion's side. Okay, not actually. We got our Rabadons on Saint. Much stronger now. Ah, man. That flash was early and Dokla put himself in a bad spot. Berserker's totally fine here right now. What was that? Inspired. Inspired's still fine. He has his GA up. Saint's hitting. Berserker can't hit yet. He's not in. Berserker's finally in, but everyone else is dead now. It was a really ugly fight from Lyon there. Like, Berserker flashes super early there when Ben actually had him covered, and PLG wasn't even that close, right? So not only did that happen, but since Dokla did W in, it created a situation where both Dokla ends up farther away from his team, and Berserker runs out of flash. So then he has to back off really far later in the fight. And then on top of that, the Inspired tries to do this flash kick. I swear Viper's already pressed his Zanya's, but he does this super late flash kick that it just ends up getting Zanya. So he's just sitting there next to the Mel who's Zanya, getting hit for free. He loses his GA. Berserker's not even hitting while all this is happening, by the way. He has to walk around the big rock because he already used his jump reset to get out of the Jarvan ult, and he already used his flash to kill On, who probably wasn't going to kill him anyways. So I think it was just really, really poorly played. I don't think Saint did anything particularly egregious there, but I think literally the other members of his team. Where was Isles? I don't remember actually. But I think for the most part, the other members of his team trolled quite a lot. I'm gonna set the timer so that it starts at like 1:30. That's when I'll start the sync for the game timer. I'll be right back, guys. And come back. I guess let's look at some Twitter while we wait in between the games. Let's mute this. I'll unmute the desktop. And change scene. That should be at work. Close until it wasn't. At Really Billy, take the lead. Yeah, tough. Antio and Darren. Not this one. Kind of want to see reactions to the current game, but I don't know where the best. Casually playing set and carrying MSI. No, I want to see the reactions to the game that just played. I don't even know how to operate Twitter. Maybe latest. Did you see his lead? A lot of Korean stuff that I can't read. How do people even operate on League Twitter? I don't understand it. No content. 10 minutes till BLG Lyon backstage. Bracket stage. Winner will face HLE. That is true. BLG HLE. I hope that's a good match. I think it might just be pretty HLE favored right now, but I hope we get a banger out of it. Which one's this? Why is the quality so low and the sound so bad? Flat R. That's a flash R. You can R flash on Unbested, by the way. Man, just crowd caps. I remember, I think G2 was making a play mid here, and then they started running away, and they had no CDs. HLE takes the opportunity to run them over. This particular game ended up being closer than I thought it would be. But the series ended up how I expected. I think people were a bit overhyping G2 after their top esports win. Like, we just think about the year top esports has had, where you come in, now you match fixes, so you lose your jungler mid-year. TN's, as far as replacements go, like, this is about the best you can hope for. But he hadn't been playing, and then you 369 steps down for a while. You're playing with a challenger top. And so it's pretty rough to be top esports this year. So I'm pretty surprised they made it in the first place. And then this is also the international choker team. So it's really not surprising that they have been losing to G2 and TSW. Like, I think if there's any year they had an excuse to not be performing all that well, it's probably this one. I almost thought maybe he was going to work some magic there for a second, but he didn't. I just don't know the limits of this Warwick jump. Bet place. Viper versus Berserker. Berserker minus 1.5. They're saying that he's going to have more than 1.5 or less than 1.5 KD or something. I don't. Most deaths. I'm not sure I understand it. True War MSI, blah blah blah. We didn't draft yet. Two matches, 2 chances. Maybe top. It is serious like this to remind us how amazing this game truly is. Yeah, I want... Can I... What if I look up literally Lyon versus BLG? Oh, it's
I
so...
don't know if it's actually going to be enough to...
I don't know if I'm a... Surely unless I can watch a clip of the play on Twitter real quick, right? This isn't co-streaming. This is just painful. So, let's look at the situation. So 9 Viper are starting to walk on Berserker. So Berserker flashes there. Yeah, maybe he actually did need a flash there. On was an ult range, and the W from Dokla didn't come out as soon as I thought it was going to.
I don't know.
But then the fact that he does this means they're free hitting Dokla now. So maybe it's not as troll from Berserker as I thought it was, but it's definitely not very good from Dokla to end up in this position, even if he was trying to protect Berserker here.
Going to be enough to help you. Berserker already popping the flash, trying to get himself away as Big Doke's going to get bursted very, very low.
And he flashed super late when he was already dead. So Berserker here, he gets the explosion on his bomb. He jumps out. But now... Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh, what is this flash from Inspired? Oh my lord, it hurts so much actually. So he just fights Viper in the pit, which is fine. Oh my lord, the guy's already Zonius, but whatever.
Lyon trying to get away for now as Berserker's
Tries to go for this flash. Like, I mean, it would have been good if he got it, right? He would have kicked him right through the, rocks, and that would have stunned him, and then Isles could have fallen up. The where Berserker is right now, you notice he's walking, he's trying to walk all the way around the big rock, because he can't walk into range of Bin and Camille, like, right here, not to mention Jun's right there. He can't hit over this wall. So he starts to walk all the way around, and Berserker just getting, not Berserker, Inspired just getting cooked in the pit the whole time.
Back, Inspired looks for a little bit more, but he's going to be knocked out of the...
But so he's just completely useless. Does nothing. Like essentially, 2 members of your team died with absolutely nothing. Isle's just doing what he can to peel for Saint, but it's already over. Like Inspired and Doklo just died for complete free. Berserker got 0 hit time for their health bars, and at that point, you've lost your front to back advantage. And they have so much chase from BLG that they just can't get away.
They're so damn good! Lyon are eviscerated!
Like, it's so sad. It's so sad. We should not be losing the game there. But that, I think, like, when Inspired decides to leave here, too.
Lyon trying to get away.
Isles and Berserker are out. But then Inspired decides to go back in for this flash kick play. Which is greedy for sure on a target that has Zonias and Flash, by the way. Viper has Zonias and Flash here. And Berserker and Inspired goes for this. Oh, it's time to do the exact same. So this animation right here, that's the Lee Sin kick, this like golden curve right here. That's the Lee Sin kick. Or is it? Maybe it was an E. I'm pretty sure that's the Lee Sin kick, but it didn't go on cooldown on the HUD. Maybe it doesn't when that interaction happens. It might have just been the startup from the kick, so it didn't go on cooldown. I'm pretty sure that's the Lee Sin kick there. I'm pretty sure it would have been a full circle if it was the E.
Up Shun has now the route down onto Inspired. He's in a little bit of danger here. Viper firing back. Inspired.
See that we saw the actual kick go off, and it looked the same as that pre-Zonia's animation. It just gets stopped by the ult, I guess, but it didn't fully go off. But it's just like, there's no way you're getting this kickoff. But I don't know. I think they're still fine here if he's trying to exit before taking this back in here. Both his teammates are out here, going out this way, and they have to kill Viper again with Flash still, with just these 3 members. You have to kill them with Inspired St. Isles as the rest of the team is coming through this way. So like Berserker just, I think Inspired just really ended here.
Has now the route down onto Inspired. He's in a little bit of danger here.
Lyon frontline just dies for free and they can't play. Like, it's kind of sad. What's their status? All right, we're back in draft. Maybe I'll figure out that one later.
But the Tristan is one and done. So now I want to see what the response from Lyon is as we get into game 2.
Well,
Okay.
luckily, Mel is
We're saved
also
already banned for
one and done. The
3 pick
champion that is
again.
now
Let's
up
see
to
if
8
BLG
games
bans him on
played,
3 this
7
time
games
again.
won. She's pretty strong.
Yeah, but you've still got like Ziggs and Vel'Koz that are like.
So they banned the Akali this
definitely
time,
not
which
Mel
means we're
in
probably going to
disguise.
see the Ori
You know,
ban from
like,
Lyon.
That's actually what that Vel'Koz skin is.
I don't think Kasate will want to play anything else into the Orianna.
Well, now let's go ahead and hop in here, see what our bands look like.
Oh, right, I
Barris
guess switch the scene. I
by
can't show this.
Akali, banned out by BLG.
Mute.
Lyon.
Mute this scene. Don't ban me. I just forgot to switch the scene. So they ban the Nocturne. So they're giving the Ori, but they're not letting the pair with the Nocturne. The thing is, there's still plenty of good things you can pair with Ori up still. The Neferi for one. So maybe Inspire's just taking the Neferi here. I just don't go something like Neferi, LeBlanc, or some junk. We're not that guy. I don't know what we're playing if we just let them have Neferi Ori. We're just gonna pick Victor into it? Really? We just decided we're gonna let them have Ori and pick Victor into it. Maybe we have some cook here. There's no even like Jarvan or anything we can play anymore. Varus is banned. Our pick options are not all that great. We're not gonna pick like a Sejuani or Maokai here. Like, well, there is the Skarner. It's good with the Victor. I mean, it's not bad. It's fine. I got Ori Ash Seraphine. Do we think about playing Ziggs here or something then? What else we'll pick? We could go a Caitlyn lane. What is it? LS always says Jinx Smolder, and I have no idea why that works at all. But I don't expect them to pick it. I'm gonna pick Mage Bot. I feel like we're gonna pick Mage Bot. We're gonna pick Ziggs or something. And you want Bessa here? Alright, so let's ban Renekton. If we cannot let them have Renekton here. We'll lose the game instantaneously if we let them have Renekton, by the way. We'll have bin Renekton into Ambessa with Orianna Seraphine. We literally cannot not ban Renekton here. Okay, good. I do wonder if Bin plays something like an Olaf. It's still a pretty decent Bin Jax game, too, to be honest. If they want to pick Gnar, I say let them pick Gnar, to be honest. I'm pretty low on Gnar champion in general. But guy speaks a lot of Mandarin, so maybe it's scary. I definitely prefer something like a... What else? I think a Jax ban's slightly better here, just because of who you're playing against. So they're banning Vayne. Vayne is definitely one of the more successful Vayne top lane players. I didn't really expect it to come out. And like the caster said, there's not really a shortage of Ambessa counters up. So I don't really know if we're gonna see this Vayne ban work out all that much. We're banning Lucian too from Berserker. And Nautilus. The Nautilus was what, for the Ziggs? But I think we're still going to pick Ziggs. Okay. We just picked it on 4, and BLG didn't think it was going to happen. After the Ambessa came in, I'm like, well, you picked it as something that can actually do 80 damage top lane. It made me even more certain that they were going to pick Ziggs. It's really good with the Skarner and their mages that they currently have on their team. The question is, what else are they going to pick? I think we're pretty happy if they end up taking Gnar. I think that's like one of the best things for us that they could possibly pick. Sure, the lane's pretty good, right? Into Mbessa, at least like on the Tab Eyes buy, it wins for a while. I think. Okay, and so they ended up getting the Nefaria really late. I wish we would have banned that instead of the Vayne. What are we picking here? Support. I have no idea. Poppy? No, not Poppy. I don't know. I don't know why I thought Poppy. That's stupid. What else are we picking with Ziggs here? Usually some Engage. I mean, Leona's not bad, but it is good Merc treads. I mean, if Isles can bust out, Pike, like, it's not a bad game for it. Hook champions are pretty good in this situation. Pike is always sus just because, it's a very high skill champion. So you don't necessarily want to invite that matchup when your nameplate says Isles and the enemy nameplate says on. But I don't know if he has any games on it. Let's see it, Isles. I'll just first timing Pike into BLG on MSIs based. That's super based, to be honest. Alright, you gotta pay my timer. I need to make sure to start it at the 1:30 mark. A little bit of bush play from BLG. I don't think much will come of it. Saint Saul, the ball. I think we'll probably see the classic level 3 in a Fury gank. But, no, he left his red. So he's actually gonna path back up to his blue. I mean, they're getting pushed in, Lyon, so yeah, there's not gonna be any play to make. Your lane should be pretty good on Victor versus Ori. It's just the champion's just not as useful, to be honest. It's your only thing. Jhin really wants something to happen early. Dokla, nice trade into Bin. Thanatos says that pretty much how the Gnar matchup works against pretty much any other AD top laner is you just need to CS perfectly till it tab eyes. And then you can win. But, so I'm not really surprised to see Dokla have good trades here at the moment. It's full lethal tempo Gnar. Usually people go fleet. So it's kind of interesting. So Bin TP's out. He comes back with only a cloth armor. And Dokla is still like 55% HP. So I wonder if he'll greed his TP for a little longer. Inspired's pathing bot. Nice stop from Saint. think he loses his flash. He is running to his support right now, but he's dead. Okay, he's not dead. Wow, that stuns. Man, wow, really? This goes that bad? Damn. Yeah. Seraphine just too OP, I guess. It's pretty cringe from Isles at E. Oh, like he just double shielded and healed. Like, yeah, they just don't have any damage. Oh my lord. Look, he's pointing. Look at the inters. Yeah. No, please, Dokla. No. How does this always happen? Wow. Yeah. Wow. The stupid dog blocks until he doesn't get a base stopped. Wow. I was really nervous. I don't like giving Ori Seraphine. Like, you're pretty much giving double enchanter. And if you just have anything that works with double enchanter, like, it's super strong. And then, so I'm not really confident in our scaling. And then on top of that, we just have this early game disaster. Because when I look at our team fight, I'm like, there has to be like some crazy inspired ult or something, like some like weird miracle has to happen in order for Lyon to be extremely favored in any fight. When I look at the comps, at least, and maybe it's more likely if you're a team that's better at these, but like better at Pike, maybe a Hook is more realistic or something. But it just seems like a really scrappy, really pick heavy comp. And BLGs looks really easy to play. You put your ball on the Fury, you shield him, you have, or Gnar if he happens to be in a strong position, like, and you just play a really simple all-in. And you have assassins, you have the ability to engage, you have Seraphine ult, all these really easy tools to work with. So I just think it's already complicated for Lyon to play. I haven't streamed in too long, my voice is getting sore. Alice is level 3. He's about a thing 4. He's just about a level down on. I think Dokla is not safe here, by the way. Did he get his rock or his boomerang? Maybe it's too long still. The Q misses. The Mbessa players, it kind of triggered me with this. Oh. Yeah, he's still no flash. They have his timer good. They're giving it to Shun. Oh, I just guess Knight's getting it. Maybe they're waiting for Honor for the assist. But, yikes. What I was going to say, the Mbessa players kind of trigger me with their Rs. Every time I see them R and it misses, I always see that dash forward. It makes me feel like they're not thinking about their dash after they press their R. I mean, obviously they're not planning on missing it, but I think it was, what other game was it? Someone missed their R and they dashed forward. Was that Zeus actually that did it? He missed an R on someone and then he dashed forward and he was just like in the middle of the whole team and died. I think it might have been Zeus. Maybe it was someone else. I don't quite get. He has ult, so the flash is going to get burned from on. But yeah, so it's like, I think it's bad from Mbessa players to do this. Man. I mean, Zig's a BS champ, so maybe they can win. I think Ziggs is actually secretly the most broken champ in the video game, or like in this lobby. So, maybe that'll be enough. Poor Saint. Oh, they're making a play on Viper. He does have flash. Wow, he just sidesteps it. Like, we can't even... Wait, no, he does flash. Maybe there's a spectator bug, or maybe I'm just blind, but I didn't see his flash. Wow. It was almost a solo kill. I did not know that was a solo kill angle. Last chapter, Sork boots. I don't think Viper will die here. Berserker gets hit. Jeunesse. They see the Skarner. I thought he was honestly just going to go. I don't think you're... Well, he W'd ahead of time, I guess, is why he's worried. Mbessa should be on a good timer soon. Dokla should pretty much have his Eclipse by now. And that'll be a good timer for him to play into the Gnar. It's pretty neutral first few levels, and then Gnar gets his boots, and then it's losing for Mbessa, and then Mbessa gets Eclipse, and then it's winning for her, and then Gnar gets Triforce, and then it's like, kind of not good for the Mbessa again, and it kind of like swaps back and forth. It's... Oh, wow. Yeah, Isles is still not level 6, by the way. Saint's just dead. It's not Hextech Protobelt. Oh, wow. Knight's damage estimation. Oh, this Oriana champion. Just, wow, really good. I like the BFT from Knight, too. I think it's better than Ludens. But yeah, it's not... It's Protoplasm, not Hextech Protobelt uninspired. It's not Protobelt Skarner. This is really long ago. Isn't this just like a steal and then he leaves? I think the E from Isles too. Isles is still not level 6. Like, it's crazy. So they just don't have damage to kill. They need like so much time for that play to work. And Knight's just right there. They have a ward too, by the way. I can see it. They have a ward in the line brush. So they know Knight is nearby, and they know Isles doesn't have level 6. So you have all the information. It's just a bad play. Knight finishes BFT. Saints looks like he's also going to build a BFT, probably. Dokla finishes Eclipse. Ben's not on Triforce yet, but he does have a bit of an XP lead. I think Mbessa will have a chance to play. He just stings 11 right there. No objectives up for a while. They're making a play on Saint. I don't think they'll get him. Shin needs to ult, but he's not going to get range. And Besser's TPing behind. The Ziggs ult comes in. They have Inspired. Everything goes... We didn't buffer our R. It's really nice R from... good public execution there. Good flash from Saint. Can Inspire get out? Wow! Really nice from Inspire. Wow! This should be a turbo win. And he's gonna die too. They're all dead. Oh, Saint. Oh, Saint. Oh my lord. How did Saint take a tower shot? Did he have like ashes or something? Did like his BFT cause him to take a tower shot? Really well played. Really well played. I didn't see the Inspired in Pike here. But with the TP behind, this Asher is terrible, by the way. But this ult and into the Seraphine ult onto Knight, super good from Dokla. And then Inspired realizes he's in this really terrible spot. Nice flash of the boomerang from Saint. He realizes he's completely screwed. Flashes get to both of them. Nice. And then so they just full combo onto the suppression, and then they die. Late flash from Shun. Really awesome turn from Lyon, though. It looks over. Inspire looks over at Saint. Like, come on. That's so good. A 40 KDA. Wow. Well, they pulled the game back to being playable, Lyon does, with a really, really nice spot play. Hear the lion roar. It was cinema. Audio warning again. It's not a big deal. Berserker's going Horizon Focus next. Someone needs to pull APA for me on that build. I'm not sure it's good. Inspired. Oh, wow. What is that? What? I mean, they get the Herald, I guess. The Flash from Isles is bad. Wow. Oh, man. The Isles Pike is not doing it for me. Is this... What? Inspired left them to crash the Herald. Like, can I get a replay? That was so sad. Why did we do that, Lyon? Can we win this plan, Bin? I think Dokla's fine here. Isles is getting one shot. Nice shutdown. They need to leave fast. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead, actually. Oh, no, I guess just Berserker's dead. The Ocean didn't have ult yet. 10 seconds on his ult. What a tragedy. Well, the gold leads back. Yeah, they did the dog wave. This Ash Arrow, I don't think it's gonna land on anything. What is that? Knight's like, what is this BS champion? But I don't even think that's the good direction for the Flash. But I guess Ben was TPing, right? But he still gets hit by the back right corner of the Impale. It's so funny, actually. That'll be this year's version of TPing in front of Nunu. A lot of hits on the... What is Shun doing? Oh my lord, League of Throws. Okay, let's go. Oh my, the flashes. Oh my lord. On, brother, on. And the gold lead's gone again. What even is this game? Maybe I was wrong about Lion's Comp. Maybe it's just better. Because I actually swear that I'm looking at these situations, and especially with several thousand gold lead down, it should be really, really hard for them to play. But they're actually consistently finding angles. So maybe I should have rated their comp higher. I mean, it's not like I thought it was particularly losing. I just thought it was much more difficult to play than BLG's. But they're making it work. It's a nice ult. This R, like, why? Something proc there. Maybe there was like a... Surely I also have like a locket or something. He had like a shield from something. That could not have been a W shield from Inspired. It looked too big. Maybe if you maxed... Okay, so actually Inspired has the locket. Wait, that's so awesome. That's good itemization, I think, anyways. I think it's really good to stack some of these really OP support items. It's good for the dog wave, too. It's good for helping Neferi not get resets. Pretty nice. We're behind on Drakes, but I don't think Isles is doing anything here. I need Isles to hit an E for me. It's not easy this game, but there should be enough of mobile targets. But Viper like sidestepped one of them. I wonder if Viper's actually going to finish a BT third. I feel like it's not that good. I feel like he should build more damage this game instead. Wow, nice. Nice. Oh, Isles. Berserker, is he actually dead? He has a flash. I don't know. They don't want to follow-up damage. I mean, maybe they would have if Isles hit his ult. But I don't know if he was too slow there, because she had time to just barely move out. It's not super easy to just hit this Baron in front of Ziggs, by the way. They're not that tanky. We're not throwing our abilities all that well. I think Berserker needs to switch side of the pit. Oh, okay, they got its flash. Oh my bin. I think Doklik can just 1v9 though. The storm is still going too. I can't 1v9. They can stop the Baron though. Inspired's looking for people. I don't think he's gonna find anyone. I think this recall will go off. Ooh, wow, okay, yeah, nice. Really big actually. I wonder if they'll decide to look for a Baron start on the support timer. It's not that long. It's only 30 seconds. These MSI games have been good. I mean, the series as wholes have been, like pretty one-sided for the most part. But the games have been entertaining. See, Dokkai arse and it dashes forward again. Very nice. That take on the storm did so much damage, actually. It was just barely good enough to stop that Baron, which is the most important part. Yeah. BLG is really good position, though. Wow, he's one-shotting him. Wow. Inspired's in. Oh, he doesn't get it. It's only third Drake. And the fight looks good for them. Good Zanyas from Saint. It's Upshin's ult. There's no reset. Wow, he snags Viper. Isles is kind of trapped. Saint's trapped too. Berserker's caught too. Damn. That really turned out that bad at the end? Inspired fell. I didn't even see what to. Huh. Maybe I should have been paying more attention to what was actually happening there. Was Berserker all the way back? So Inspired, Ethan all over here. What happens to Dokla? So Inspired goes and loses a lot of HP here, so they get abilities off though. Insania's here. Dokla just dies 1v1 to Bin actually. Gets a Viper here, which is nice. Ooh, the R completely blows up Inspired. And then I think Saint ruined his positioning by walking that way, but he was scared of Bin. Dokla dying on the side actually kind of ruined their positioning to let Bin walk in. Because the other side I do think looks good. If Saint can just walk straight back towards Berserker instead of walking into the enemy team. Inspired just dead. Kind of for no reason. Can't we just R onto the Ziggs too? Yeah. Oh, the dog wave comes in and hits Saint. I don't think they can really do anything here if you're Lyon. What? Surely Knight can... Wow, really? Wow. Okay, that guy's the GOAT. I was like, what? You can kill the Pike here? I don't know if it's even worth the flash for the Pike, but... I mean, I thought it just straight up wasn't even going to be a kill. Yeah, really weird from Inspired again. I mean, the Drake fight, I don't think he did anything all that wrong. I think really it's mostly Dokla that ruined the Drake fight. But and then Saint's positioning at the end. But this he's just kind of like walking in a space where he's completely dead. We have no flashes either on Lyon, so he just got hit by every ability. Hmm. Wow, 40 KDA Inspired versus 40 KDA Knight. Wow. Knight Yagami. Oh wow, it didn't hit the dogs this time, but we're getting one shot. What? Whoa, he's dead though. Well, we lost public execution there. But we got Shen. I mean, it's worked, right? Obviously, but it's just kind of depressing to watch him be able to do that so easily and actually still get the kill off. His bot lane's definitely a little bit safer with Pyke and public execution out, though. Spire is in the behind the enemy team. He's pinging behind them. Alright, they see them. Yeah. What can we do here, man? They have a lot of flashes still. I think Inspired kind of game here. Can he ult the bin? I guess not. Isles? Isles? I think there's a lot of plays that didn't work out this game because Isles isn't very clean on Pyke. He's got reset, he's not dead, and he's got W. I mean, they were fighting, but I think Isles just like barely messed up. Like Pike just has no room for error, and Isles just make some really slight misplays on some of these picks that they're trying to go for, and then they don't happen, and then they're down for a lot of the game, and then we have Dokla and Inspired just kind of like randomly running down some of these late game fights. I don't know what to say. They're two of the players that I kind of expect more from in late game fights too, but I think they've not been playing all that well, at least relative, especially Inspired relative to his normal level. Man, we're back. A minute and a half. I don't know if we'll get straight into draft. Maybe I'll go back to Twitter. I have to just change my scene and stuff, though. Let's see what happens once this minute is up. I want to see a little bit more cooking in draft game 3. But, I don't know. It's not like they didn't cook at all there. I think their draft was fine. Like I said, it just looked hard to play. And I think there were some parts that didn't go very well. Like, I don't think Isles executed, really. And I don't mean with Pike ult, I mean, like, he's, a lot of E's got dodged by, very immobile carries on the side of, oh my lord, BLG. It's just a case, though. What the frick? They're so stupid. Oop, we're in draft. Okay. At least we don't have to worry about Orianna being in the game anymore. Has Orianna even lost at this tournament yet? I don't think so. Is Syndra up? Syndra's still up. I think Knight wants to play Syndra this game. So we have Nocturne for Inspired. It tends to be one of his better AD junglers, to be honest. Can't be paired with Ori anymore, but there's plenty of good champs. They take Nico here. Panda would be interesting. I feel like people have not been prying it that much. I just think On's good at Nico and he likes to pick. But maybe they just want to get a jungle. I forget Bard's up. And On does like Bard and Asriel's classic pairing. What do we pick into Ezreal Bard? That's the real question. A lot of people like Nautilus here. I don't think we'll go Kai'Sa or anything. I don't really love the idea of picking Senna here, though. It's kind of good with the Nocturne. What else are we going to pick? What could we pick here? I don't think we're going to pick Smolder. Caitlyn doesn't seem especially good. I just don't want to see Senna here. Okay, so pick Cassio. It'd be pretty cool if this was a Cassio bot, to be honest. But I don't think it will be. So we have Bin Renekton. That's pretty scary, to be honest. And Jace is out. And they probably... I think Dokla might just decide that the best thing he can do here is go Scion. Well, actually, Nivea's up. He is willing to pick a lot of stuff into Renekton, particularly range tops. So maybe we won't see him on Scion. I don't know if you want to tempt fate by picking Scion into Bin's Nar. Or Bin's Renekton, I mean. So I think they want to Misfortune. I mean, this has some wombo combo potential, but I don't really love playing Misfortune in this game. Can't we just pick, like, Sivir, to be honest? Aren't they just gonna pick... Wait. I don't know. Can't we just pick Sivir? We can just pick 280 carries, right? I think... Well, we probably don't need to ban Syndra, actually, this game. I think this game looks too bad for Syndra that we don't need to ban it. To ban Mundo. That's interesting. That's a weird read. Do they just not know what to ban, or do they have some scrim info? Yeah. Medic saying kind of what I was thinking is like maybe you just like play a tank because you don't have anything strong enough at this point. You can't play Varus or anything into this Renekton. You can't play the hardest counters. I mean, Alawi could be pretty based here, I guess, if they pick Vi. But I don't think Dokla plays any Alawi. I swear somebody should play as champion. I think one person did. Maybe like Siwu or something picked it, and it kind of popped off. But Dokla plays a lot of stuff. I do kind of wonder if he'll just pick ranged here. Sivir was what I was thinking. Don't pick Jhin. I think Sivir's pretty okay here, because you don't actually need her to do that much damage. You just need something that's like relatively safe into the Bard lane. Please don't pick Jhin. Please, I would really prefer the Sivir. I think Jin's really dangerous here. You just clear the wave. You don't even have to do that much damage this game. You're a little short range. I think especially Sivir's fine here if you end up slamming another 80 carry or range top here. The carry tops. I kind of forgot about Zahen. It's not bad, for sure. Ari for Knight, yeah, makes the most sense. It took me a second to look at all the champs that were up. I knew he wasn't going to pick the Syndra here. But I didn't look in time to see what was available. It's kind of sad. The draft, to be honest. Always I'm just more hyped for Western games into Eastern teams when they're playing a little bit more creative drafts. I think Lion's been playing fine. It's like, really these games have been kind of down to the wire, right? pretty even until like one maybe bad fight in late game. Oh, this is an ad. Interesting. Sponsor? I don't. This is weird. Whatever. But at the same time, you know, I don't think you're ever going to be favored in these drafts. It's just too comfortable for the LPL teams. When it comes down to those really important moments, they're just gonna be more reliable, like every time. They just have so many of the champions they like and matchups that they're super comfortable in that I don't think that we're gonna see anything from Lyon this game and we're just gonna get 3-0'd. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it just doesn't bring me a lot of confidence. Absorb life. Is that the player then? I don't actually even really know how much healing it gives. Alright, starting enemy raptors. Jin's on his way to inspired raptors. I wonder if he'll just go for... No, he's cutting away. He's going behind the Ahri here. I don't think you're going to get anything off of it. Are you just going to go fight the Vi? Yeah, does he have his E? You can trade flashes there. But I wonder if you should just trade flashes there if you're inspired, actually. Just because if you trade flashes, it's harder for Vi to get earlier ganks off. And you don't want to get early ganks anyways, so maybe you just trade flashes. Maybe you're worried about getting invaded, though, without flash early on Nocturne. If you can bring the Ahri in later. I feel like you're strong earlier, though. Very nice trade for Miles. I do think Sivir is a champion that Berserker can actually carry on, is the biggest thing. Nice. It's a pretty nice start to the early. That Renekton skin just looks like it has W on. It's kind of weird. Because the glowing hand gauntlets. I'm looking at it. I couldn't tell if he had W on or not. I need to see the W on that skin before I know what it looks like. I would love to see Lyon at least take a game. I also think I really want to see games go longer too because of Fearless. Like 3 games is what we can get in our BO3s that we do domestically anyways, that we see a ton of all year. So I'd love to see teams going to, at least 4 games. So at least that's something we can't see during the regular season. We got a lot of 3-0s in LCS too. So I'm kind of starving for some really good BO5s. The first 2 BO5s of LCS were 5 games, which was really fun. So I'd like to see more, at least 4 games. I think Dokla's already TP'd, so taking a trade here is kind of weird from him. I don't think Ben's ever going to let himself get solo killed. Dokla's about to get really screwed if he goes too far here. I think this is a good recall from Dokla. I think with the way the wave is, he just get completely cooked by Ben. full Bramble first. It's harder to dive him now. Ooh, nice hook, nice buffer. Yeah, I don't think the lane's supposed to be going quite that bad. But it is Bin, right? Oh, Saint solo kills Knight. Oh, does it kill? It kills! Wow, that's super clean. Saint solo kills Knight. What the frick? Well, this is why you'd always rather be on the Cassio side of the matchup. This champion's really good, and you know, Arya's not else good. Crazy. Did Saint just kill himself? He has no mana. He should have just accepted that the wave wasn't getting in. Inspire's really greeting it. Well, that top time is fine. It's actually you can't flash there actually. Like, come on, Saint. That was really nice, but you can't get that wave too. You were gonna lose those last few minions, but it was fine. You got the kill. Looks like look at Drake. I was just about to say that. Yeah, it's by far the earliest strike that we've seen so far. I don't think Dokla's ever dead here. The trade doesn't even look that good for the ult from Bin, to be honest. Maybe he's just getting the wave. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what he does when you're that far ahead. Hits every Q, dodges the charm. As soon as he sees that Knight's not flashing, oh wait, he doesn't even have flash. As soon as he sees that the Q lands, he just presses E. Man. I just wish he didn't kind of screw the follow-up. Yeah. Yeah, wow. It's completely lit up. They pretty much just know he's bot side. We're never diving Ezreal here, though, by the way. Oh, actually, we are just diving Ezreal here. Bard's level 4. I mean, this guy's still dead. He's one auto from Berserker. Can Berserker turn around and auto the guy one time? I mean, like, surely Berserker just autos one time, right? Douglas suffering in top 2, the lead's growing so much. Yeah, well, it's like, they just... Berserker's whole team is turning on the Bard under the tower. The Ezreal's dead pretty much whenever you feel like it anyways. Turn around auto the Bard like one time so your team can play. I thought the reason I said they couldn't dive Ezreal here is because I thought Bard was 6, but he's actually only level 4. I mean, even Isles is only level 5, right? But I just assumed because Bard's Bard that he'd have, you know, some XP from, you know, his passive and stuff. But he actually just, like, it was super low level. I wonder why Isles decided to do this, actually. I thought Saint was actually started that by hitting from outside of towers, but Isles actually just hook. Yeah. That was very weird. He doesn't have ult, But he's very safe with just miasmaing the portal. Can you miasma on the other side of the portal and they can't take it? I actually don't know. Oh my lord, I never started the timer. It probably doesn't even matter for people that much, but I feel like I should. Make sure it's going at 10:30. It's good enough. I'm not sending it again. I don't even have anyone watching. It's fine. Just like a second behind. Yeah. Ben is super massive. I'm super scared for when he shows up to a dragon. Bard is still not 6, but he's one tick off 6. That might even be a chime, so they're not going to dive. Is that Bin TPing behind? Yeah, it is. They have to full leave. They can't play if Bin comes. He has like full TP shield too. I don't think Doklo will die here. I think Zahen's a little too safe, and Inspired was close enough when Bin showed that I don't think that there was an actual play there. I think Inspired might be on his Raptors. He's going there now, though. The timing's a little bit different. So he dropped the ward right there. They probably saw Inspired. Damn. Yeah, super clean. That's what I'm saying. The game just goes so downhill. Like one team's 2-0, and that feels like everything's just working out in BLG's favor. Like Lion's just misplaying a lot more than they were in the other early games. Or who knows? Maybe BLG's more confident playing much cleaner in the third game, but that's not what I feel like's been happening in these game threes. Zahen released with a nice skin. I think they will get the sorry. Need a shutdown. How big was the shutdown? I didn't see. Not that big. Because the BLG gold lead grew after they killed Lyon, or after Lyon killed Knight. It just looks like such an animal right now. Renekton's just one of his best champs, though. It's pretty much like Jax, Renekton, Camille. Like, this guy's just the GOAT of these champions, pretty much. And he's in a winning matchup, too, on it. I think being a good Renekton player is, like, become weirdly valuable in just, like, the way, in this specific meta of how people are drafting in Fearless, where actually a lot of the counters to Renekton come out very early in the draft, or popular bans anyways, like the Varus or something. And then so you see players actually get a lot of really nice spots to pick it, or at least good lanes for it, and nobody has real answers. Because by the time you're in game 3, you know, Jace is out, Varus is out. Yeah, pretty much. Nar's out. Rumble's banned. There's not a lot of picks left. They're going on bin here. Like, can they is that the right way to flash? Well, I guess he has teammates over here. But Berserker press R. How big is the shutdown? Is that even a shutdown? I don't think it was a shutdown. Doko's dead on the other side. It's big heal, but I don't think Ben actually even had a shutdown. Lion's really just waiting to scale. It's their whole game plan right now. They've given the last 2 Drakes. I'm sure they're not feeling great after seeing their damage on the Renekton. Inspire is probably just dead. I don't think he has anything that he can get done here. Stand up. Is anything gonna happen to Dokal here? I mean, he's alone. He doesn't have ult quite yet. They don't have a ton of damage. Knight's not actually there yet. Charm doesn't land. Nice, they got it. Oh, they're just biding their time. This doesn't make it for a very interesting game, and I'm scared they're just gonna lose the late game team fight again. Come on, Lyon. Show me something, please. Please show me anything. Give me one game. Give me one game just so we can, have something up on EU. Beating top doesn't count. We'd beat top. True enough. Not that big of a spike, to be honest. Next strike coming in a minute. I wonder if Ben's gonna finish the second item. He won't actually be that much stronger than Dokla if he doesn't finish the second item before Drake. But he's got a whole minute to do it. Ah, there's the Shojin. Viper is gonna be stronger than Berserker on this timing too. 2-item Ezreal is just better than 2-item Sivir. Oh wait, it's 3-item Sivir. That's pretty big actually. I wonder if Viper's gonna pick up a third item. That's a pretty big advantage actually. BLG's looking for picks. The fight might not be around Dragon. They might just do something similar to before where they do a Baron play. Viper, 10 seconds on Drake. Viper's still not basing, so I don't think he's going to get his third item. Which makes sense. Triforce is a little bit more expensive than the whatever the Essence River. A lot of damage on Dokla, but he's just going to base and probably TP. Unless they're just giving the Drake here. Are they giving up the... Oh, yeah, we buy stop. Yeah, they are giving up the Dragon. They're not setting up the Baron either, though. I think they're just looking at the item spikes. Maybe they're looking at the 80 carry difference in items and they think it's too scary. I do think it was Lyon's probably best timer to fight that I've seen this game. So they're just deciding to grow their gold lead and chill. It's very Lyon play that BLG just did. Yeah, well, they just did the Drake. So BLG got wards down. It is interesting. It's not like they grew their gold lead by a ton. So I do wonder why they just gave the Drake without doing anything, right? I guess they just perceive fighting at 3 items better for them. But I don't know. I think the Sivir and Cassio are actually going to look threatening later on. Even Dokla, maybe. Ooh, they're making a pick. Nice! Lyon picks the Vi. They're going to hit the Baron. We're getting assistance pings on the Baron from BLG. So I think they still want to play it. It's LPL, so they're going to play it. Inspire's not that healthy here. Isles is very far forward without anyone yet. Dokla's bot. Everyone, all the top laners have TP. Inspire's getting really low. They're getting poked out. They're not going to be able to keep going. On safe still. The charm misses. We get a flash auto on tonight. Knight, the miasma's bad. On ults himself. Knight dashes out, dodges the hook. And the miasma's bad again. So they repel them from the Baron, and then the turn's not good from Lyon. Yeah. It's good from Dokla. It was quite the sequence. Inspire just got too low. I wonder if Isles is better at taking the Baron. Probably not by much, even if he is. And, Inspired has a smite. So I'm not sure. I don't know what trouble he's actually in. A lot. He actually got so freaking body blocked he couldn't get into a position to like try to ult over the wall or anything. Oh, he didn't even have ult yet. What am I saying? I wish there was a timer on his passive too. I don't know if he used it in the play versus Renekton. There is low flashes on BLG. Inspired's going. Yeah, ult's there? He does have Sivir coming. His team will be here slightly first, but he's kind of getting one shot. I think Ben played it weird at the end. Oh, sure now it's flash. It's good. They give the okay. It's good. The play's good. I thought it looked weird. I mean, Inspire lost his flash, but it was fine. Viper has no flash, by the way. That's fine. It actually didn't get into the Ezreal. Oh man, he got his E back up. Is On dead? The TP is in from Knight. Knight's in. Wow, Saint's really deep and he's getting chunked out. He just walked too far. Ooh, good Zhonya's though. He's actually fine now because his team can come. Whew. Lyon's gaming, that's for sure. They are still here to play. It's nice. They're putting up some fight, but it's not as big of a stomp as like some of the other game 3s for the 3-0 that we've seen. I really want Lyon to pull out this game. We're going to Ahri, but the Ahri's just going to ult away, right? Ahri flashes. Ult's down, actually, still from the mid play. Good timing. They're hitting the Baron, though. They don't know. The Baron's just gone. I don't know. Lyon should get third Drake, but they do lose the Baron. Wow, that did so much damage. Viper's already pushing the top wave. Bin's pushing the bot wave. They do not have time. Berserker's going to go hit the Drake because Inspire does it too slow alone. They're losing a lot. Good ult from Dokla. I think they can actually play here. Berserker does a lot of damage. Inspire is dead, but it actually doesn't even that matter. Him just using his body there is totally fine. Knight's going to die too. We do need to take care of the base eventually. Viper's going to get out with Baron recall. Man, when's Dokla going to hit his next item? I feel like he's been on these items forever. I think being third Drake might actually be bigger. I think Berserker's going to die, unfortunately. He has Barrier and Flash, but I wonder if it's better for him to just go down. He's probably dead for a while, though, and he has a lot of wave clear. I agree. I mean, they went from like a 3.5k gold lead or 3.3k gold lead to 4k gold lead. It doesn't matter that much. And Lyon did get the third dragon. The big pain point here, I think, is the inhibitor. Now that they have a inhib, they can actually like pressure ending. It is 4-item Sivir. 4-item Ezreal also came in, which is also scary, by the way. I think this Endless Hunger item gave Ezreal a better avenue to scale with. I think having to build something like BT for him was very awkward. Well, Sever's just gonna one-shot the super wave, and they'll be fine. Yeah, she literally cleared it in 2 seconds. A lot of poke on Saint. I don't think you needed to Zanya and Flash, really? We needed to do those things? Maybe. I mean, he was taking a good chunk of damage, but I mean, maybe the Bartle you have to flash because the charm threat? I don't know. They're down flash on both carries. BLG is about to have 5 flashes up for the next objective. I think Lyon need to get something done. Yoko's finally 2 items. Berserker is the man. $20 seconds. Come on, let's see it. Show me one game. Show me one game. They just gave the 3rd Drake. Well, damn. I was hoping, we were gonna get the climax there. There's nothing there. I get the flash from Bin. And they have position on Baron. Yeah. The flash is big. think Dokla is gonna have a death dance soon. I mean, it's double GA for... I mean, essentially triple GA for Lyon as well. It's kind of one-shotting the Baron. Go to R from on onto the Baron. Jin's in, but he's dying. He's going into GA. They can finish. Nice, good finish. How do they do with the fight? Douglas stacked. Bin's dead. Or is he at least going to go GA? What was that? I mean, it's bad from Inspired. A lot of resurrections going on. Inspired gets the E off. Why did you get the Fear? Berserker's still free hitting. Viper's full HP though. They get the Baron and they have the advantage in the fight. We're TPing behind? Can we even get the Vi? Is it even worth getting the Vi? Oh. Well, I think it's dead anyways, actually. Saint does so much damage. That's Flash. What are we doing, though? What does this even do for us? They completely closed the gold lead. Dokla finished his death dance too. For the charm, I guess. Got a lot of space, Lyon do. Yep. They got control of the dodge. Everyone's just kind of fist fighting in the pit. I think it's bad from Jin. I think he kind of hinted it. He's alive. He can still technically go back. The Drake should just go to Lyon as long as Inspired's calm on the smite. Yeah, he gets it. Wow, Shin just healed so much from Sundered Sky. Can we carry this, Saint? I think they just lose the fight too bad. And Saint, I just saw Berserker fling back in his chair. They lose the game. They played like too little for the fight. Like, really? Like, I need to look at this fight again. Like, what even happened to Berserker? Like, Saint's kind of out of position. Well, he's marking two people. It's fine. So, and Dokla's just scrapping inside the pit. Viper's hitting him over the wall. Knight comes over. Jin has to leave back. We can't chase him right now, even though he's at 1 HP, because, well, Inspire needs to stay on the Drake. Berserker ended up in the pit. He gets Bard ulted with the Drake, which is fine. He's good from on. Dokla, again, just kind of, like, dies in a really weird way in the fight. Berserker gets hit by some abilities from Viper. He's just stunned up. It looked like he's just stunned up by he has Merxim up, actually. The scoreboard says he just sat there getting stunned while Merxim was up. And then after that, Inspired comes up after getting the Drake, and it's just Saint and everyone versus the world. It's actually really sad that Shun got this Sundered Sky auto off as well. And then Saint just like continues to kite forward instead of like backwards towards Shun, and it means he's just like pinned on this wall. Like, yeah, the fighting was just bad. Like, they just fought too terribly, even though they were playing for the Drake. That was really sad, to be honest. They just kind of like whiffed the fight at the end. Well, it's what it is. I don't think I'm going to catch T1 versus Furia. I imagine those games are going to go even worse. But who knows? Maybe Furia puts up a good show. Probably be keeping an eye on it, but I will not be streaming it. Thanks for anyone who tuned in. Maybe I'll turn the stream into a video. Like, theoretically, I could sync the VOD to my stream and make a video out of it. Not sure. My camera might be a little bit weird. We'll see what happens, I guess. GG's.